how important is all of us as junior staff and senior managers, and how important is it for us to know and to get involved in other aspects of the charity? So, like, one side is, as finance, we should remain independent.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if we're doing the fundraising, then then we can't do the controlled testing on that, right? So there's, I guess, the balance between us remaining independent as the guards of the charity, but also for us to be good problem solvers, we need to intimately know what they're doing, and for us to, with our finance hat or our finance skills, to be able to put ourselves in their shoes and solve their problems, because that's the objective from what you said. Like, how do you do that balance? And for even junior staff, right? Like,
Yeah.
for all of us.
Let us agree that there's nothing secret inside the organization. Nothing is secret, because we are a public organization. Okay. So let us agree that we should share the information between different departments. Let us agree that the development should educate me about the mechanics of the projects, the fundraising process by the fundraising people, the communication, because I need to understand when I make a decision as a finance man, transfer the money or not transfer the money, I need to know the mechanics, the speed of transfer at the time of emergency and the speed of transfer at the time of development. It's different. I can raise a lot of questions for development because it's not urgent. But with the emergency, I cannot. I have to transfer the money as soon as possible with doing the due diligence before, okay, in this area. We have to check and balance. But understanding the mechanisms of the operation in different area is very important for me. Okay? This is clear or not clear? Okay. So this kind of communication or information sharing is very important. It's very important. It's not something secret that the development keep it for themselves, or the emergency keep them for themselves, or the fundraising keep it for themselves. No. Each one of us should teach other people. They might get me involved in some of the operation if I have different skills. Okay? I'm very specialized in finance, but I need to understand the other functions of the organization. I need to understand that if it's weekend, I need to transfer the money now, and I'm not in the office, I have to come to the office now because it's emergency. People are dying. I need the money now, and it's Sunday here in Toronto, okay? But it's other offices are open and they need the money there. Okay, this kind of thing. I'm on holiday and they need my service. Okay, we have to discuss when it's emergency. It's very important to cut my holiday or to stop my holiday and come back, or even at least communicate on Skype. But the process that we agree upon, that we should become a learning organization. Learning organization means that actually each department teaches the other department. Have maybe a weekly brown bag, or you can call it marble bag. Marble bag? The marble tree? Maple syrup bag. And teach us what you're doing. It has to be systematically organized inside the organization. You have to educate all the staff, whether junior or senior, what the process of your work. So the people in fundraising, so the people in communication. So when I go out and talk about finance, I say, I know what they do. I'm not specialized in finance, but at least I know the mechanisms, how they make a decision, and vice versa. From the level of the senior staff to the junior staff, even to the cleaners and the others. Everybody in the office should know the functions of the organization.
Secrets within the organization.
Definitely.
us being in finance, at all levels, junior staff, we have access to all the numbers.
Yeah.
We also, as finance and as vanguards of the organization, we're constantly thinking about risk.
Yes.
Okay, we've started to build something good that could become something great.
Okay.
So when you look at the landscape of what are things that could pop this bubble or pop this balloon, right? In terms of risk, what could go wrong that could really put the brakes on our organization, right? One of those things is with our news media, right?
Okay.
There could be a disgruntled employee. There could be something innocent that is shared, right? Again, we do nothing illegal, right? But in terms of there's stories in the Canadian charities space, in the recent years where disgruntled employees or disgruntled board members used financial information, went to the media, and now it's everywhere, and now CRA is involved in all these things, right? Again, we're not doing anything illegal. We're transparent as an organization. We have auditor statements, everything, right? But in our day-to-day life, we have access to a lot, right? And the one thing with numbers is you can spin or you can tell a story in the way you want to tell the story with numbers, right? With certain expenses. We're this much on this event. Is this a waste of donors' money? Why don't we give this money to that? Why are we spending this much on travel? If you want to do a story, you could do a story on anything, right? So I guess just with your comment on nothing is secret within this organization, is it not right to say that information should be on a need-to-know basis, right?
That's right. What do I mean by not secret? You see, there's something available for the public from day one. Okay, like your account, your financial report has to be public on the website.
Yeah.
But based on need, when you are asked, you have to give it.
Yes.
There's no problem with this. I'm not. When I say, if you have a problem now, with one of the board members like myself, you have to be very honest.
Yeah.
If I did something wrong, you say, yes, he did something wrong.
Mm.
If you keep hiding this from the public for a month or two,
Yeah.
the problem will be more difficult to sort out later on, and this might lead to closing down the organization.
Yeah.
Because the staff, the executives, as well as the other board members, and myself were covering up something.
Yeah.
Okay. So once a problem is happening, the finance actually, as a department or as a function, has to give me to become the early warning system in the organization.
Yeah.
If you find that I am overusing my power as a chairman, overusing my power as a head of the treasurer of the organization, you have to raise the red flag to the board. Okay? And this is where you can protect the organization, then you can protect yourself. One of the organizations in UK is under investigation now for nearly more than a year, without mentioning the name, because the staff was advising the board and the board did not listen. Some of the staff members reported their case into the government because they want to cover their back. And the government went in, the Charity Commission, and they are under investigation nearly for a year now. Okay? Employing somebody who is a relative in Pakistan or Bangladesh or India, or from this certain background or certain clan or whatever it is. There's corruption here and corruption because you are dealing with public money. When you deal with public, even when you deal with your own money as private, you have to be also transparent to the government on the taxation issue, on the fraud issue, on all these kind of things. So really for you, you are the early warning system of the organization.
If you allow me, I think this is clear.
No, can you